Ahoy there! Welcome aboard another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. The year is 1935, and in a massive surprise upset, Germany has declared war on us. So we need to figure out our force dispositions and ship assignments. Right now, until we actually start assigning ships, apparently Germany is enforcing a blockade against us. So let's take a quick look and see what's going on. So, Germany currently has roughly 2/3 of the total ship tonnage that we do, battleship-wise. Battle cruiser-wise, they also have a significant, they do have about 25% more than us-ish. So they're probably blockading us due to the fact that we don't quite have all of our ships on active duty. All right, so let's go fixing that. So we've got all of these, and we want them on active. There we go. Hopefully they don't get dragged into a fight immediately, because they need time to train up. Then we got all of our cruisers on active, so that's good. We come down this way. And all of these need to go active. Yeah, there we go. All of these guys need to go active. All of our carriers are already looking good, and they've already finished training up, so that's good. These seaplane tenders I'm going to active as well for overseas deployments. All of these destroyers are going on trade protection. We're going to active fleet the Garys and Waveney's. We'll keep those at home for the main fight, and we'll probably send the Lances and Gurkhas overseas. So I'll figure out my overseas deployments in a little while. Minesweepers need to go on active. There we go. Those are ready to go. And my other corvettes can go on trade protection. And ooh, that's a little bit expensive there. All right, let's see. How can I save some money? What are you guys doing? Why are you on active fleet? Oh, you guys just finished up your things. All right, well, we'll just put you on trade protection there. No, mothballs. Save a little bit of money. Every little bit counts. All right, these fellows I want on, well, these fellows I want on trade protection. And then we need to actually start sending some ships overseas. So I think we'll take the Proserpines and we will move those. Let's see what our actual fleet disposition is. So Germany does have a fair number of ships in the, or a fair number of possessions in the South Pacific and Southeast Asia. But my primary concern is actually going to be Northeast Asia. Hopefully I'll be able to kick off an invasion there. So we need to send some ships over that way. So I'm going to grab these two Camperdowns, and we're going to take the Proserpines, and we're going to send all of those. Here we go. Yoink. We're going to send those over to Northeast Asia, along with, yeah, let's send the Lances as well. There we go. Some capital ships, some escorts, and some cruisers. Should be enough to do the trick. Do I want to do other stuff? I do have dreadnoughts, but I don't really have the money for much other stuff. Okay, I'm definitely going to halt this ship for now. Behemoth, you're going to have to wait. At least until these other two ships come out. And then we'll see about where things go from there. And we need to kick up, or we need to start putting together our invasion in Asia. So, Tsingtao is our new... Okay. Interesting. Can't even begin planning the invasion until we've broken the blockade. Well, I am confident that we can break the blockade. But just to be safe, I'm going to active fleet these dreadnoughts as well. There we go. That should be enough to break the blockade, and we'll figure out where to go from there. And I think I'm going to send these conquests overseas. Well, hang on. Okay, we're going to keep 2 at home. We're going to send 1 to the Med, in case they have any raiders over there, and we're going to send the other one to Southeast Asia. There we go. Have some ships out and about to deal with any sort of raiders or other troublemakers. I think we're also going to send the seaplane tenders to Northeast Asia to provide support for that fleet. That way we at least have some sort of scouting capability. And then I do believe we have a fairly significant airbase in the area. Yep, Way Highway. Let's take a look and see what they've got. Ooh, they're all on reserve. This is going to be so expensive. Yep, there it goes. Even more expense. Okay, I think we are ready. We have all of our orders assigned. Foreign station ships are assigned. All of our trade protection is set. In fact, honestly, I don't think we need that much trade protection. I think we're good with the Elmsgarths. And then all of these other destroyers and such. Honestly, aside from the Jeds and Derwents, all the bigger destroyers, I think we can just put straight to put those back into mothballs. Because Germany does not have a very big submarine fleet. Now, let's do a quick review. They got plenty of battleships. They got plenty of battle cruisers. We've got more carriers than them. We've got more heavy cruisers than them. We've got significantly more light cruisers than them, but that's also not adjusting for foreign station requirements. And then destroyers-wise, yeah, we've got the numerical advantage on them. Heck, we even have more submarines than they do. And this is Germany we're talking about. The place that's famous for having submarines. At least historically. I guess in this turn of events, Germany never had any reason to build their submarine forces. Alright, I think we're good. Let's see if we've successfully broken the blockade. And things immediately break out into a fleet battle. Well, the main fleet is ready, but the other ships are not quite there. I think we'll take it. We'll see what happens. Germany declines. Very sensible response. And then we have a convoy defense, medium size. I accept. And yeah, we're going to attack enemy shipping. Let's see what we got. Okay, we have at least some sort of battleships. And we have some carriers as well. Interesting. Okay, so we have cruisers. Well, one cruiser with some escorts. We've got some carriers, and the destroyers seem completely separated, so that might be some sort of mistake. And then here is our capital ships. Mixed bag. Rodney at 28, Invincible at 30. So that's annoying. And our escorts are also separated from those. Alright, well, let's see what we got. How's our recon? I have no idea where the enemy is. So we're just going to set out a nice long distance assignment. What are the carriers up to? They are supporting. Seems okay. Alright, I think that's pretty well set. We'll see what happens. Oh, actually, that does remind me. Weather is not exactly great, but we should at least start readying up all of these strikes. If we suspect enemy action. So, priority target. Battleships. Torpedo bombers. Naval strikes with torpedoes. Looks good. Alright. Ready strike. Okay. And we'll see what all happens. Oh, that's interesting. It appears the enemy has spawned right in the middle of the group. Oh yeah, there they are. Let's see, it is afternoon. We've got low clouds, strong breeze. So yeah, this is basically we're steaming into a mild gale. Alright. So here we've got unknown ships opening fire. Break off. Okay, we need to try and keep our distance here, and that's not going to be easy given that we're spawning at point blank range, basically. Alright, so we are facing off against this 1925 Weissenberg class. Well, at least we've identified the enemy now, so we can actually start fighting. And let's try and turn away. See if we can open the range a little. And there we go, we've got our first hit. And a Schwaben-class battle cruiser. Interesting. Huh. Basically the same armor protection as that other one. I wonder why they're considered... Why that one's a battle cruiser and the other one is not. Alright, I do not want the carriers getting anywhere near those, so we're just going to send them away. Alright, we need to turn off so we don't end up getting torpedoed by those. Oh, and there it is. Just what I was afraid of. They have torpedoes on the loose. Alright, Rodney has to go home. What a way to start things off. Blind as a bat and getting torpedoed. But hey, we damaged one of their destroyers, so that's something. And we've got a report of 2 heavy cruisers to the northwest. Oh, great. Well, at least we got the flooding under control as well, so that's good. Wow, we didn't even get to launch the recon. Ah! Enemy carrier sighted! Turn to engage! Drive me closer, I want to shoot them with my pistol! Okay, Indivisible needs to break off. Yeah, we're getting out of here. forget the convoy, it'll deal with itself. If I can run down and sink that carrier, I'll be happy. Okay, Rodney, it's time to get that flooding under control. There we go, we're starting to get some hits on the Elba. Never would have figured you'd have actual useful gun engagements. And we lost it. Time to send the destroyers in. There we go, regained. Let's change our formation to line ahead so we can actually do some proper damage to this thing. Sometimes I question the spawning of the AI ships here, but in this case, sometimes encounters like this do happen. Okay, looks like the convoy is doomed, but I figured that was going to happen when you had a point-blank encounter like this. Yep, pretty sure that carrier is doomed. We've got at least one torpedo hit. And a whole bunch more. Alright, we're going to hold fire from now. And I think we can turn the carriers back. Drop that down to cruising speed. Drop you down to cruising speed. And I'm going to put you guys back on AI control so I don't have to worry about you anymore. How's Rodney doing? Good, got that flooding under control. Yep, I think that carrier is dead. German seaplane carrier division. Well, I guess they tried to... I have seen this error before. It happens whenever you've got multiple divisions set to the same task with the same leader. So, for example, 2 different divisions set to support your flagship. The game doesn't really like it when that happens. It doesn't know quite what to do. The actual response is to split them up to 2 different tasks. So you take the group that you want in the front of the supporting group and set that to support your flagship. And then you take the other group you want supporting and set that to core on the first group of supports. And that way everything works out as expected. Oh, there we go, some torpedo hits on the merchant. So pretty sure we're going to lose the convoy. But that is expected. Yep, there we go. They're still having trouble with what they're doing. Keep going, keep going. Let's see. Wow, this isn't even a good carrier. It only has 6 aircraft, and somehow they squeezed 2 catapults on there. That is one of the annoying things. The AI definitely routinely builds vessels they should not be allowed to, using technologies that haven't been unlocked yet, using all sorts of stuff that just shouldn't be quite allowed. Alright, well, everything is set here. I think we're just going to let this battle run while we disengage. And hopefully our support force doesn't take too much damage. Okay, so we've still got merchants, merchants, and coastal battery. I don't see any dedicated escorts. Or hang on, convoy force. Yeah, merchants, merchants, destroyers. Okay, so they're probably still going to actually get a fair amount through. Let's pick up the game speed so I don't have to worry about stuff. I am actually going to keep the battlecruiser and the carriers in the area. Hopefully we don't have any surprise night encounters, but who knows, maybe I'll be able to launch airstrikes later on in the day. And we'll just let this Rodney wander her way on home. Yeah, she's got things well under control. She should be fine. Actually, we're almost to the end of the battle here. And it's only just past midnight. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get any airstrikes in between the weather and the time. Yep, there it is. Well, we lost 1 corvette and 6 auxiliaries. And we took medium damage to 1 battleship. Yeah, that was 2 torpedoes there. That makes sense. And we sank 2 destroyers and 1 CVL. That's pretty nice, actually. All right, let's take a quick look on this. So, oh, that wasn't what I was looking for. Here we go. So the Elbe took 6 torpedoes and 1.5 million light guns. Oh yeah, look at that. She didn't stand a chance. Oh, so our aircraft estimate was wrong. It actually carries 32 aircraft. That's a much more reasonable number. Alright, and then Rodney got torpedoed twice, took 3 medium hits. Yep. The battleship Weissenberg took 2 heavy hits. That would be 2 16-inch hits. Let's see, how did we do? We got a turret destroyed due to a turret hit. And then we got a engine room deck hit that failed to penetrate. Well, that's interesting. I would have expected more deck hits than that. Or more belt hits than that, especially at that range. That's actually really close. So they got lucky from that. If that had hit belt instead of deck, we would have gone through like butter. And that ship would have been in much more trouble. Okay, 2 destroyers sunk. Corvette dependence. Took 2 15-inch hits. Ooh. Wait, yeah. 1 15-inch, 1 16-inch, and a near miss. Oh, yeah. This thing was not designed for that kind of firepower. Which is disappointing, because this is one of our minesweepers. Very sad to see that go. Would have much preferred to keep it around. But, oh well. They're there to be used. Alright, not a bad start, all things considered. There we go, and we're going to call this the Convoy Battle of Celtic Sea. Ooh, and we've got a ship design error. I guess the AI tried to do a rebuild on one of their ships where the design file doesn't exist. So that's another thing that sometimes happens. It's fairly rare, but we've seen it happen twice so far in the last few episodes. Again, the game does delete old ship designs if they haven't been used, but I guess it doesn't forget that it doesn't remember that it's deleted them when it's time for rebuilds. So yeah, that's a bit of a mistake there. Now they're trying to rebuild a ship with a design that doesn't exist. Ooh, and here we go. Vickers has developed an improved model of the flying boat Vickers Whirlwind. Let's see what we have. Okay, so new model has higher cruising speed, that's nice. Slightly longer range, that's nice, and a little bit more toughness. Yeah, sure, we'll take that. Enemy submarine has torpedoed and sunk our corvette Swan River. Battleship Illustrious has hit a mine. German ship S-31 has hit a mine, that's good. Alright. Seems okay to me. And Germany's like, oh no, we need corvettes. And we have the enemy blockaded. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. So now we can actually start moving our ships out and about. Alright, so we'll take the camper downs. And where was the other ones? It was the Proserpines. And we're going to send those overseas to Northeast Asia. There we go. Get you guys on their way. And then we also wanted the... Where'd you go? Where'd you go? It wasn't the Garys, it was the... we'll take the Gurkhas. And we'll also take... Here we go. We'll take the seaplane tenders. And we'll move those over to Northeast Asia as well. There we go. Orders up. And off they go. Okay, and then we also needed to start that invasion planning too. That's pretty important. So we'll come over here. And Kaohsiung Bay, invasion target. Oof, that is expensive for all that we're trying to do. Alright. 2 more turns until these are done. Yeah, I think we can afford it. It'll only be 24,000. We won't even dip below our 100 million reserve. We should be fine. A little disappointed by the Illustrious being mined, but it'll be, or torpedoed, but it'll be fine. And then the Dreadnoughts, yeah, we'll keep them in active fleet for now at least. Wow, those are not cheap. Okay. And I haven't seen any reports of raiders yet. So that's good as well. So Germany does have 1 heavy cruiser in Southeast Asia. And that looks to be about it. I think I will send a couple cruisers their way. I don't know if I should send an Endeavour or an Andromeda. So, when in doubt, send both. So we're going to send 2 heavy cruisers to, oh, not Northeast Asia, I wanted Southeast Asia. There we go. Southeast Asia. And off they go. Alright, next turn we have a cruiser battle. It's probably going to be a battle cruiser battle, but it's a size large. Okay. We'll see what happens. Germany declines. Then here we have a destroyer action around Helgoland Bight. Well, it's a very offensive posture. Not normally a fan of destroyer battles, but I'll take it. Okay, objective is to attack in general. It's around about noontime. We don't really have any specific assignments. Alright, let's see what we get. Looks like we have a whole host of Garys. Yep, whole host of Garys. We'll see what we get. Alright, unknown ship sighted. There we go. Accelerate to attack speed. We'll just head right in. You know, I'm going to put you guys on core just so we can form one nice big line. We'll try and engage them at long range, where we have the fire control advantage. I don't really want you guys launching torpedoes, though. Alright, open them broadsides, and hopefully we can start getting some hits. Alright, so they definitely have the lead position on me. So our trailing ships are potentially vulnerable to torpedoes. But it looks like we're doing some damage, and they have turned back. There we go. Keep firing, guys. I'll drop my speed down to 32 knots in the hopes that we can start closing up the formation. Man, this reminds me of the old battleship days, where we would just steam around at full speed, firing away until something happened. Well, looks like we did fire a few torpedoes. Okay, looks like they're breaking in confusion. That's good. And wow, that's actually looking like potential hits. Those torpedoes went right through the middle of them. Of course, destroyers are much smaller targets than battleships, so we didn't get any hits. I am kind of curious what we're facing. I see some V1s and some V44s. All right, V44, 1,500 tonners. And V1s, 1,300 tonners. Anything else? No, it's just a mix of small ships. Well, with that in mind, let's see if we can squeak a little bit closer in here. So we're just going to try combing their wakes in order to try not to get in their torpedo firing arcs. And then we can get close and use our superior weight of firepower to our advantage. Alright, there we go. Looks like they're breaking. Yep, that's fine. Keep firing. And we will turn to stay... Oh, hang on. There's our opportunity to open broadsides again. How's our target selection? Looking good. How are these guys doing? Also looking good. I prefer you guys to be targeting the lead ships. But I guess you don't have arc on the lead ships. Okay. Keep firing and hopefully we'll get some results. What are you doing, Acades? Well, I guess they're trying to get close engagement. And somebody had their bridge destroyed. That's not so good. Okay, pause for a moment. Let's see what's going on with Lance. Oof. Critical hit, bridge destroyed, falls out of line. I hope you're able to get back in line. Because I want you on the fight. Actually, you know what? What are you guys doing? Wandering around in confusion. All right, we're going to take you under manual control so we can get you guys back to the fight. Because I don't want to be facing 3 versus... There we go. Lance has rejoined. I don't want you guys facing 3 versus, what is that, 6? All right, let's cut in, see if we can cut off some of these destroyers. There we go. We got them cut off. Oh, you guys are very aggressive with those torpedoes at long range. And there is something else to the north there. Let's go find out what it is. Okay, I'm still going to run down that transport. Stay close so we can get that transport before it's too dark. There we go, scoring some more hits on that thing. There we go, and we can pull off now. We'll do a close pass on that transport. Reduce speed. How's Lark doing? Looking good. Lance is good. Loyal is good. All right, not bad at all. We'll close back up on these few small sinking ships and make sure. And then I think we can call it a day. Spread out on a screen here, see if we can find them. Okay, we have contact with something. Oh, come on, guys. Screen formation. If I could spread you out and... Actually, hang on. There we go, line abreast. That'll do it. I do believe that destroyer is sinking, and there's more torpedoes, all from terrible angles. Of course, none of them hit. Let's see, does anyone actually have some torpedoes left? How about you, Goldfinch? No, you fired them all. Gary's got torpedoes. What about Jackal? Well, Jackal's got some. So we'll take that. Yeah, it's a decent angle. No hits there. We'll try a launch from the Staunch. Man, there seems to be some serious issues with our torpedoes. These are not doing what they're supposed to. Let's try this one more time. We'll take that. Launch. We'll take these. Launch. And what about Loyal? Do you have a good line of fire? Nope. Don't even have a target. So I'm definitely getting good use. There we go. Finally. It just took a bajillion torpedoes from all my ships. Okay, well, at this point, I think we're good. We'll switch that over to screen, AI control. You guys can back down to cruise, and I think we'll call that a successful mission and turn you guys for home. And of course, the destroyers immediately scatter. Wait, nope, looks like they're properly forming up. Okay, and we still have 200 turns left. So let's pick up the speed. One of our destroyers wanders off to the German coast, because why the heck not? And our game is mysteriously slowed down. There we go. Mission over. Oh, one of our submarines torpedoed an enemy transport. Retiring from the engagement. Ooh, that's nice. So we sank both of their auxiliaries. Very good. 2 enemy destroyers sunk, 3 heavy damage, 1 medium damage, and 3 light damage. Not bad at all. Now, how we successfully torpedoed one of their transports with a submarine when we don't have any submarines? That I have no idea. But, okay. Alright, let's take a quick look at the details here. So, obviously, a bunch of these ships got torpedoed. There's the one that we fired 1,000,000 torpedoes at. So that's not so great. But all the rest of them looks like they got shot pretty well. Let's see. So we got a fair number of hits on some of these. S-35 got really lucky. Looking at that, she was down to 6 knots. Yeah, it definitely did launch torpedoes. Oh yeah, multiple launches. Splinters and uptakes. Engine hit. Oh yeah. Rudder disabled, turret disabled. Gun crews cut down by splinters. Oh yeah. Turret destroyed, gun crew cut down by splinters. This ship was rendered basically completely out of action. But it still managed to limp home. Alright, and then the Loyal. Oh, that was a Lance class. Huh. Loyal, Lance, and Lark were all Lance class. Okay, we're going to have to do something about that. I do not want my Lances getting mixed up in the fights. Because those were... Well, I mean, they actually did hold their own remarkably well. But... yeah, not as well as I would have liked. Let's see what kind of fire control that they've been rocking. So they're up to central rangefinder, so that does explain the differences. We're rocking director on the Lances. And then the Garys would have absolutely flattened them if they'd been in the fight as well. They've got improved director and a much heavier broadside. So these guys would have done so much more. Not to mention the reloading torpedoes. We definitely benefited from that in terms of torpedoes launched. Yeah, here we go. Launches torpedoes at 1334. Torpedoes reloaded at 1438. So it's not fast. It takes a little over an hour to reload. But they managed it. So I'm guessing that was 1 and then 2, maybe? Or was that both mounts? And then we got more torpedo launches. And they still had torpedoes left. What about the Gary? Same thing. Torpedo engine problems. Launches torpedo. Torpedo mount reloaded. Launches torpedo. Launches torpedo. Launches torpedo. Yeah. Those torpedo reloads are definitely worthwhile. If you have fleet destroyers, that'll stick around in the fight for a while. All right. I think we will call this battle and this episode to a close. So we'll wrap that up right there. Minor victory. Hooray. Ooh. Well, yeah, it is November, so that does make sense. It's foul weather time all around. Destroyer Liberty sunk by mine. German Raider Medusa. In the Med. Interesting. Alright, well, I think we will have to call the episode to a close here, because we're past the 45-minute mark. So we will continue our adventures in fighting Germany in the next episode, and hopefully we'll be able to kick off that invasion. Until then, I'm Katori87, signing out.